Hey, happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy Tuesday. What's going on? How's everybody feeling this Tuesday? Everybody doing good? I really hate the delay. I feel like I'm talking to myself before people actually get on. And then when you go to watch it later, hey, team. Hey, boo. Yes, when you go to watch it later, it's like, all right, you got a whole 5 minutes of me saying hello, how's everybody doing, before Instagram just goes and fetches everybody. My sister-in-law just popped on. Today is such a nice day. If you guys are up north, you already know how I'm feeling right now. If you up north, you are excited, probably barbecuing. Look, you know how black folks do. We go and start barbecuing. As soon as it gets past like 65 degrees, we barbecuing. We got that meat up on there. So that's what I'm doing out here. But I just wanted to talk to you bakers out there while Instagram is fetching more people. Because I've been hearing a lot of just cries for help from everybody. A lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people in the community. And, it saddens me. It hurts my heart to hear all this people that are just so tired and so burnt out and just questioning, where they are. Just questioning if this is the route that they're supposed to be doing. Just because you're just burnt out. Some of you have been baking and trying to start your business and really trying to kickstart it for years now. And you're just completely done. And I just don't want that for you. I don't want that for you at all. So I just wanted to speak to you guys out there. But I ain't going to start talking and giving no gems and strategies until y'all get up on here. So I'm just going to keep talking. And I'm just going to keep waiting. We're going to wait till some more people come up on here. Because what I'm about to say could potentially just save your soul, save your business. Just at least motivate you to keep in there. Like hang in there, They love Bree. What's going on, girl? So I just want to make sure that you guys get this information. But I ain't going to drop no gems just yet. So what's going on out there? Tell me, hey, Lori. That's my baby. How you doing, boo? Martin Development Consultant, what's going on? Hey, girl, hey. Girl, we got to get together again. It got to be more than like every 2 years. Seriously. We definitely got to get together and catch up. Instagram is tripping. Now, I've been on here talking to myself forever. Now, I'm not going to drop these gems until people get out here and start listening. Instagram start spreading the word that I'm on here, about to give this knowledge. I started baking in Barbados and moved back to Atlanta to further my business. Wonderful. Are you bringing some of those delicious Barbados food? Did I say that right? Sorry if I didn't. Are you bringing that culture over here in your baking, or is it American baking? What you doing? What you got? So what's your business? Also, shout your business out so we can, let us know how we can order. That sounds pretty amazing right now. Food from Barbados. I am all for that. So yeah, what's your business? Shout your business out for sure. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, y'all know up north here. Lauren, you still up here, right? You're not in down south no more. I got that cue going. You know how us black folk do. Bakers, let's go. Yes, you know how us black folk do. When it starts getting nice outside and warm, anything over 65 degrees, we barbecuing. I actually didn't even learn their pastries, but I will definitely do that. Yes. All right, everybody go check out Selena's Creamy Delights. That sounds amazing. I'm going to definitely check that out. Selena's Creamy Delights. Make sure you follow me so I can follow you back. See what you doing, what you all about, what you serving up. I'm here and I see the girl. Yes, girl. So until they start getting more people, I just want to talk to the business owners out there, specifically bakers. I've been hearing your cries for help this past, I guess, couple weeks, that you guys are just at your wits' end, like definitely you're burnt out. Just straightforward. You're just burnt out, and you're burnt out. You're questioning whether this is the route that you need to go. You're questioning whether this was for you in the beginning. You're questioning whether you should start thinking about something else to do. Maybe it's not for you. And I'm here to say that to not do that. That is not true. I so remember going through that when we were at home. And Lauren, if you're still on here, you already know how I am. Like, I'm so driven to whatever plans that I have going on, right? So when we got the plans to start a bakery, all I wanted to do was be like the people on TV. All I wanted to do was have a little storefront and just sell my baked goods every day. All I wanted to do was to take my babies out of daycare and have them with me, all day. I wanted to be a full-time mother. I wanted my kids with me, and I just did not like the fact that I had to go to work every day and be in a box. Hey girl, Leah Cole's Delights, thank you. Hey. Queen Z, what's going on? So I didn't like the fact, hey Jim Rat Baker, my girl, what's going on? So I'm sitting up here talking to you guys about or those of you that are feeling burnt out in your baking business and questioning whether it's the right thing for you to do, whether you should keep going, whether you made the right decision. And I'm here to say yes. Like, before you jump off the ledge, I just want to share my experience and let you know what you need to do or why it's not working for you, right? So what's up, Treats by Kim J? So yeah, I hated the fact that I had to work every day. I hated the fact that I was just stuck in a box and my kids were being raised by somebody else. And I just figured, like, if I can make this happen, then, I know things will be all right. I mean, it's freaking cupcakes. It can't be that hard, right? Just get a storefront and sell and just make some money to pay the bills and live quite nicely. And that's all I really wanted, But little did I know it was a lot involved, right? So it was so much involved. So the burnt out feeling I get, because once we got more and more into it, and the word spread a little bit while we were still in the house, and our coworkers were, purchasing cupcakes or whatever. And we were just so excited to get our new flavors out there. We were making up new flavors like, every other week. But it started to get overwhelming. And we were like choking, because at this point, our life day in and day out, every week and every month, just started to become monotonous. It was, you wake up, I got the kids together for daycare. I'm rushing to get them there. I'm looking at the train coming as I'm going over the bridge to drop them off at daycare. I'm like shoving them in, running to park my car, not paying the meter, not feeding the meter because I'm about to miss that train and be late for work once again, right? And then I come home, I pick them up, I take them home, I feed them, I, spend a little bit of time with them, but really not that much, because all I'm thinking about are orders that I had that night. So I put them to sleep. Rob and I do the orders, and we're at home, so we only have one conventional oven. I did cupcakes, so we had multiple different flavors. Somebody that wanted 2 dozen may have chose 4 different flavors. So I'm making small batches of 4 different flavors, baking them, cooling them. We're frosting them, we're putting them the way they were decorating them, doing little fine decorations, whatever it is. And you're talking about like 5 different orders with 4 different flavors each, right? So you do the math. Next thing you know, it's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, but now we have a dirty kitchen that we got to clean up. So now we're cleaning up the kitchen and we're trying to get some D's, and then we wake up and do it all over again. And then it's like, okay, but the hustle will be worth it if at the end of the month, we would see something in our pocket. We would see a little extra, but it just wasn't adding up. It wasn't enough for us to be like, all right, well, we are hustling, but it's worth it because we got some good money in the bank, some good extra money. It's like we're just using that money to continue to get the ingredients and the decorations for the next order. So I completely understand and did not forget how you guys feel. But I'm here to tell you that the only reason why you're feeling burnt out and the only reason why you're spinning in circles is because you've reached the top floor. You've reached your ceiling on the level that you're on, not that ultimate ceiling, but you reached your ceiling on the level that you're on. And it's time for you to jump out that level, jump out that I call it the comfortable, uncomfortable zone. Right? Because it's uncomfortable. Like, we're tired as hell. And, we're working so much. We're hustling. And it's just so overwhelming. So much is going on. But that's been our rat race for years. So that's something that we know. Like the devil, right? And that's nothing but the devil, because it's time for you to move forward. So we know exactly what we got to do. So what you have to do is you have to jump out of that comfort zone now. That comfortable, uncomfortable zone, and start taking the steps to the next level. And there ain't no escalator, and there ain't no, look, my son's right there. He's looking at me like, ain't, you saying ain't on Instagram, but yes, there ain't no elevator, and there ain't no escalator. It's the steps, right? So you're going to have to tell yourself, I have to remove myself from this comfortable zone, from this rat race that I know so well. And I'm going to have to start doing the work to get to the next step, to the next level. Okay. And you're going to have to, yes, Jim Rat Baker, you're going to have to take one stair step at a time. And a lot of you backslide and get back into your uncomfortable zone because, number one, you don't know what that next step entails. So you're afraid to take it. It's like it's kind of dark and murky and you can't see. So you kind of revert back. Number two, you don't really know what to do. Like, you don't mind taking that next step. Like, you're ready to take the next step up, right? Up the steps to the next level. But you don't know what to do. You're on YouTube University. You following all these people on social media. One person telling you this, one person telling you that. Make a payment, not a payment plan. Make a business plan. Test your market. Get better with your pricing. Find a storefront. Do all this, and you're like, well, what do I do first, and how do I do it? So you step back into your comfortable, uncomfortable zone, right? Or three, you just don't really feel like maybe you are uncomfortable and overwhelmed, but maybe you are that baker or that person that's making good change, right? That's making good extra money, okay? And you're like, nah, I'm good. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm a little overwhelmed. Yeah, I'm a little tired, but I'm making this good extra money so I can take that extra trip to the mall, or I could take that extra little trip at the end of the year with my family or whatever have you, right? But you're wasting so much potential. Like, you have so much potential, more potential, that you're not getting there. So you're in the same boat as everybody else, right? So here's what you guys need to do. The first thing is test your market. So when you make the decision that you're going to leave that comfortable, uncomfortable zone and take the first step to the next level, because you've already reached your ceiling. Your business is choking you right now as a side hustle in your home. So the first thing you need to do is get all your business in order. You're going to get all your business in order. At first, you're going to test your market, and you're going to have to do things that you feel like you're far and beyond. You're going to feel like you already know everything to do. You're going to feel like, well, I'm already past this point. All I need to do is get more people to get more money to get my storefront. And that's not true. That is not true. And if you happen to make it that way, if you happen to make it into a storefront, that's what it is. Just happenstance. You don't know how you got there. You don't know why you got there. And you don't know how to stay there in case an economic downturn happens, right? Because you have not built your strong foundation. You just moved from house to bigger kitchen, and now your doors are open for everybody to flow in. And so I'm here to tell you, okay, that general, great flow of people, or, that once that newness wears off, it gets real. It gets real, and you're going to have to revert to your business plan, and you're going to have to revert to your business knowledge and sense in order to continue to keep that business open no matter what happens out there in the world. You want to survive. So you're going to have to put in that not so fun work in the very beginning in order to move to that next level. So you're going to want to test your market. You're going to want to see who your perfect customer is, who your perfect audience is, who are you really selling to? Because right now you're probably looking to sell to anybody who's going to offer you a credit card or anybody who's going to offer you some money. But you're probably getting the people that are complaining about your prices. You're probably getting people that are complaining about your product, or just problem people, or people that you have to work so hard and you have to really educate them on why you're charging what you're trying. And you're just working too hard to get a damn sale, because you're trying to take everybody, because you're just trying to grow, right? So you want to know and do the research on who your perfect customer is, where your perfect market is, because just because you might see a building or a space around where you are now may not be your perfect market, or it may be. I don't know, but you need to know that. So you need to know to test your market. You need to know to test your to see if your market really wants what you're selling. You need to see if that market that you're in really wants the cake that you're selling. You may do beautiful fondant cakes, and I mean they are just flawless, right? But you're in the market where they cool with the local grocery store or Walmart. Walmart does fondant. I go there, I'm fine. I don't really care how the cake tastes. You may be doing the bomb cake. It may be the most flavorful, most moist cake ever, but they really don't care. They just want a cake on the table, right? Or they just want dessert on the table. So that might not be your market. You can't force them to come to you or to pay your prices. You're going to work too hard. Working too hard equals burnout. Okay? So after you test your market, after you find out who your perfect customer is, where your perfect market is, and then if it is where you are right now, great, you're golden. But if you find out that it's not, then you need to go and figure out where it is. And then that's where you're going to want to set up your business, right? So then after you do that, now you're figuring out my pricing. Is your pricing on point, right? Your pricing has to be on point, because you can open up a store if you make it that far with your pricing not on point, and you still going to be working for nothing, because now you're going to get double, triple, quadruple people in, and now you're going to be working for nothing because you're not getting the profit. So you want to know exactly what it takes to make whatever dessert you're making. If you're making that cheesecake or those brownies, you want to know where you're getting your ingredients from, how much it costs. Always keep a chart. How much does it cost, right? And then you're going to want to figure out how to get it lower. And then you're going to want to, after you know your cost of the ingredients, your packaging. Don't forget your packaging, guys, because that shit costs money too. A lot of people forget those pretty bows and fancy things that we have to, that we want to put on our packaging when we give away our cookies and sell our cupcakes and things like that. That costs. That needs to be into your rolled up into your pricing. And don't forget to pay yourself. Don't forget to pay yourself. A lot of people forget to pay themselves. You are worth a lot. You've taken years. You've studied. You've watched tons and tons and tons of videos and made tons and tons and tons of desserts. And you really got your craft down packed. So therefore, you need to charge what you're worth. And you have to be confident with it. Because if you're not, they're not going to be confident, and they can sense that, right? And then, so after you put in your packaging, your cost of ingredients, and, after you pay yourself your time and your labor, now it's time to pay the business. See, a lot of people stop right there. Now it's time to pay and feed the business. So all that stuff is the cost to make the product, the goods. But now you're paying your business, and that's where you get the profit from. That's the markup. That's your profit margin. But you can't set your own profit margin. So you can't ask me, well, how much is a good profit margin? I can't tell you, because I didn't do the research like you're going to do in order to figure out what your profit margin should be, what that markup should be on that product. And that is how you get the profits. And that is how you save and reinvest in the business. And that is how you get the money to get that oven that you need, the commercial oven. That's how you get the money to get those commercial tables so you can spread out more and do more work. That's how you get the money to save for your lease so you can pay that rent, Jim Ray Baker, right? So that's how you get the money. So you're going to be hustling and working hard, but now you're going to start to see a come up from it. Now you're going to start to see, all right, now I'm moving somewhere. Now you're trained. Now you're starting to go up them steps a bit. So you looking back, you're like, all right, I'm inching. I'm not there yet, but I'm inching, right? Now you have to find the funding. So now you're working. Now you got your price tight. Now you know where you're going. You got your foundation together. So now you have to find your funding. Guys, there's so many different ways to get funding other than a small business loan. And truth be told, we were turned down from a small business loan when we first started, and we never looked back since. We figured out other ways to get funding, not marketing, funding, right? So, but in order to get that funding, your business has to be legit first. That's another thing, guys. Legitimize your business. You're not getting over on no IRS by not paying taxes. You're playing yourself. You're playing yourself because you're not giving your business the chance to grow, to be bigger. Yeah, you may be small in your house now, but you got to think bigger. You got to set your business up for growth. You got to set your business up for greatness, right? So you're going to have to legitimize your business and take those steps. So a lot of those funding options you're not going to be able to get unless you have that EIN, unless you're structured with your LLC or whatever you want to structure your business as. Right? You can't get that stuff unless you're a legitimate business, whether you're in your house or in a storefront or in a food truck or whatever it is. But you got to legitimize your business. You have to think bigger, even though you're smaller, so you can open up those doors and those windows so you can take your business through and grow. Right? You can't have that small mindset in the beginning because that's how you're going to stay small. Okay. And then you're going to have to market. You're going to have to market way farther than your little inner circle. You're going to have to market past those, your coworkers and things like that, and past just the people that you're marketing to on social media. Like, you're going to have to get your product in the mouths of so many different people in so many different markets just to test and see where they want you, where you're going to fit in. So I know I said a mouthful today, and I don't know if y'all was writing down or not, but those are the steps that you need to take in order to move your business to the next level. So that burnt out feeling that you have, that is just because you've maxed out. Like you're crushing yourself, right? So now you need to make that ceiling your floor again. Okay, did y'all catch that? You need to make that ceiling over your head your floor again so that you can rise up and grow again, and then you hit the ceiling on that next level, and now you waiting to go, and now you move into the next level and making that ceiling your floor, and you just keep rising to the top, baby. And I'm telling you, for those of you that really, really want to learn this step, screen recorder, I know that's right. Now that's a boss right there. I know that is right. They love Bree. Oh my gosh, that is a boss right there. That's something I would do. Right? Like, you don't take this information and just, take it lightly and move on because you just wasted that opportunity. So I love that. I love that about you. So yes, so the ones that really, really, really want to get past this moment, and y'all know that, this is something that could change your life. This is something that, you may be the first business owner in your family, in your circle, in your friend circle or whatever, and you really need to make this happen. Or maybe just becoming a business owner and owning your own and writing your own freedom and writing your own way, designing your own life is something that is just a non-negotiable. You know what I'm saying? And it has to work. Like, there's it's like no negotiating. It has to work. There is no other way, right? So if this has to work for you, then you're going to have to put in the work, and you're going to have to get uncomfortable, and you're going to have to find the resources and the people and whoever that is going to take you there. What's up, Tone? That is going to take you there in order for you to get there, because it has to work. Because I'm telling y'all, life on the other side, life writing your own, life doing what you want to do, life setting your own schedule, even though those customers are going to dictate that schedule, but it's a whole different feeling from some boss telling you when to come in, when to clock out. when you could take a vacation with your family. You know what I'm saying? Like my husband and I, like we've created, with the four of us, we're like rebels. You know, we've created, and once we figured out that we really had the freedom to design our life how we wanted to, we just went totally ham. Like we just do what we want when we want. We just hopped in the car. Like when I had a very long week and it was stressful, he's just like, set them up, the employees up for the rest of the weekend, and let's just go. Let's just hop on a plane and hop on an island. Like, it was beautiful, but you have to take the steps in order to do that, in order to live that life. But it is for you, trust me, so get your mindset right in the beginning. Like get your vision, together, and visualize how you really want your store to be, or how you really want your baking business to be, whether it's going to be wholesaling or if it's online or whatever have you. Just, write it down so you can see that and visualize that every day. And you visualize yourself, running your business, being that boss, calling the shots, and visualize yourself talking to your customers and welcoming them into your store, and just them smiling and them tasting your products, and what that means to your family, what that means to your children, for them to see that mommy and daddy did it. Mommy and daddy, are business owners. Mommy and daddy, thought of something and they stuck with it and they made it happen. Do you know that's something that you cannot teach your children? That is something that you can read. You can't teach them from a book. You can't teach them from watching a documentary. You can't teach them from telling them somebody else's story. Like when they see it and live it and hear those business conversations over dinner, that stuff soaks in like a sponge, and they can understand it because they're in it, they're living it. And that's what happened to my children, so that resonates with them, and it spills out into their own life. They start to become natural problem solvers, because as business owners, we solving problems every day, right? So they become natural problem solvers, and they move differently, and they're just so much more mature. So guys, if you really need a further breakdown of what we were talking about today, you really want to move out of that uncomfortable zone to get yourself to the next level, to start taking those steps to your next level. If you haven't already registered, I do have a live training class where I discuss this and so much more, and I go in a little deeper on Thursday. So every Thursday at 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can definitely register on my link in my bio right now. So my next one is this Thursday at 8:00. So make sure you are there. We have such a good time. Y'all get inspired, educated, motivated, and everything. And for the ones that really need that accountability, for the ones that know, like, okay, cool, like I'll get this blueprint, I'll know the steps, but I really need somebody to hold my hand to make sure I get it done, because I've learned some of this stuff before, Jen, but I didn't really follow through and I just backslid, right? I don't want y'all backsliding. So at the end of the training class, for the ones who are really serious, I definitely let you know how you guys can work alongside Rob and I in our coaching program, the Start Small Win Big Academy. It is freaking amazing. As we speak, these men and women are in there killing it. They are transforming their business from the moment they enroll with us. So if that is something that or you think that you need in order to move that business to the next level, so you won't backslide, so you just get out of your uncomfortable zone and never look back, definitely register for my free training this Thursday at 8:00. You can find that registration link in my bio, and I will be happy to teach you. All right. So if you ever have any questions, feel free to DM me. I'm here. Book a call with me if you want me to kind of like take a look at your business to see where you are, see where you need to go next, and to pre-qualify you for the program. If you can't make it to the training, I'll do that too. So you can find that link in my bio. Book a call with me. I would love to talk with you. And we have our ebooks, tons of resources. So there's no excuses. All right. Just take the next step and recognize that you're never going to go any further by being in that comfort zone. You hit that ceiling, start taking the stairs to the next level, and make that ceiling your floor. All right. So I'm about to get back to this barbecue. Y'all make sure y'all have an amazing day. Be blessed. Stay grateful. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.